Hi, this is Jillian from Offshore Management Training, where you're gaining tips and tools on how to manage your team from a distance. This week, I want to talk to you about rewards and recognition. In India, rewards and recognition, it's a whole different level than it is in the US. The US, I think, probably we value like FaceTime with key decision makers a little bit more. I think we'll probably also value titles and income more necessarily than the rewards and recognition. In India, they want to be recognized, they want to be recognized publicly, and also it's very important to them that they have it in writing in some sort of way, whether it be a certificate or something written up in their profile. So during my last visit, I wasn't aware of this. I knew anecdotally that they really valued recognition, but I didn't understand how important it was until my new data analyst who joined me a few weeks ago, she joined me in India. And so, truth be told, since she was so new, I didn't have a lot of work for her to do. And so I was like, oh, go and interview everybody on the team. And I was like, that'll keep her busy for a while. She did this incredible write up though, and presentation to me of what the common themes were. And getting more rewards and recognition was definitely one of them. So I want to share this with you guys because it was a surprise to me. We didn't really know what they meant by rewards and recognition because I feel like I recognize them all the time. But there are two key elements. The first one being that it has to be public. So a lot of my rewards and recognitions are done amongst the team. Every time I go there, we have a rewards and recognition meeting where all of my teams come together and we have this group thing. And since there's a lot of them, there's now like 60 of them, I'm like, that's a big crowd for you to be recognized in front of. And so thinking with my American brain, I'm like, that would do it for me. Come to find out, it doesn't. They want the US office to be looped in and to recognize them. And so I was like, okay, that was a gap. That's a gap that I'm filling currently. And so there's going to be a lot more public recognition to them outside of just our team, but in front of the US office. And also outside of our team, but in front of the entire India office. So that was tip number one that I learned. And then number two, it has to be in writing. I thought a very public kudos would suffice. No, they like want certificates. And I think in the US we have the tendency to think that's like kind of cheesy, that's kind of corny. Oh, who wants a certificate? Here that doesn't count for much. Like if you're applying for a job, you can't really bring your certificate with you to the job interview and say, oh, I got employee of the month. Whereas in India, I think they do that because they have these things called profiles, which I guess is like their resume or their formal folder, but like they want things because they need to they don't get any credit for what has been done unless it is in writing. So in the past I would give out certificates and that was on the recommendation of HR. That was like 2 years ago. And so really I think part of me thought it was kind of corny and cheesy, and so I didn't pursue it because I didn't realize how important it was for them. However, moving forward, we're going to be bringing back the certificates. And so I'm in a process of drafting up like really fancy certificates. And I think there's going to be a gold level certificate and a silver level certificate, and then maybe even a platinum level. And I might give that out to one person every year who has like the most outstanding work performance or something like that. But it goes a really long way because it just has far-reaching implications and impacts on their whole career and what kind of job opportunities are going to be open to them moving forward. So again, I've been working with offshore teams specifically in India for a very long time, and I was not aware of this, so I thought it would be a good tip to share with you all. So once again, I'm Jillian from Offshore Management Training. Near or far, manage like a star.